millions of these, one in a million these days. Specialness is there a cure above average? Is average? Go figure. Is it some modern miracle of calculus that such frequent miracles will render you more miraculous?
My mommy says I'm a miracle, Lord of galaxies, and it's plain to see. Ever since the day dropped short, the umbilical cord, it's been clear and clear for a miracle like me. My mommy says I'm a kitchen therapy, it's a therapy. She says if I need, I have to cut down all the trees. I'm a family, give me more time.
Take another picture of our angel from this angle over here.
What's the deal?
Does the honey on your brother?
Honey's my mother.
She blinked.
We'll take your cover.
Have you seen his new report he got to see on his report?
What?
The teacher's clearly sure.
Since the life of the lyrics and it's like might she be a little lighter than the glass? So yes, she's definitely a ghost. I'm a miracle. Love your case and it's plain to see. Ever since the day you were talking, you're a miracle. I'm a miracle. I'm a miracle. That earth's tiny and shiny as a miracle. Look, is this gonna take much longer, Doctor? I wasn't glad you had that break.
I'm beginning to fall at you.
It's the National Amateur Solstice Ballroom Dancing Championships in Paris.
You're getting on a plane, Mrs. Wonderland.
Of course I am. I always compete, Doctor. And this time, I am a secret woman. Please don't know. His pop has had in, you know.
That is simple and incredible. Uncle Boy is right. I think we should have a talk.
So, what is it? What's wrong with me?
Mrs. Wonderland, you really have no idea?
With?
Mrs. Wonderland, I want you to think very carefully. What do you think might be the cause of all this?
Am I? Look at my face!
Mrs. Wonderland, you're pregnant. What? You're going to have a baby.
Well, I've already got a baby. I don't want another one. Isn't there something you can do?
You're 9 months pregnant.
I'm symbiotic.
Oh my good lord! What about the biannual International Amateur Solstice Ballroom Dancing Championships?
A baby, Mrs. Wonderland. A child. The most precious gift this natural world can bestow upon us has been handed to you. A brand new human being. A life. A person. A wonderful new person is about to come into your life to bring love and magic and happiness and wonder.
Oh, bloody hell!
Every life I bring into this world restores my faith in humankind. Each newborn life can raise yet unpainted. There's still unbroken skin. There's not corrupted mind. Every life is unbelievably unlikely. The chances of existence almost infinitely small. Nothing in life is life. And yet every single life, every new life is a miracle.
Where's my son?
Mr. Wonderland, I can see you.
What? Oh, of course, Doctor. I'm sorry, what was I thinking? Really not what you promised me. Oh my word, he's got the little thing.
It's one of the few children I ever seen.
Oh my good word! Where's his thingy? His thingy! His whatchamacallit? His doodah! Why have you done this thingy?
This child does not have a thingy because...
What? A boy with no thingy? Oh, look what you've done, this stupid woman.
child is a girl. A beautiful, beautiful little girl.
Is there still time for the boy? And you international women? Talk visitor, you missed it. I don't suppose we could be saying it's not a boy, could we? This is the worst day of my life. Oh, my undercarriage doesn't feel quite normal. My skin looks just rotting in this phosphorescent light. And this gown is nothing like the semi-formal, semi-Spanish gown I should be wearing in the semi-final stripes. I should be dancing the Tarantella, Timobella, Italiano, not dressed in hospital cotton. With an algae front bottom and this
Miracle.
horrible
Miracle.
standing there I can't find his breaking beans.
Every life is unbelievably alive. The chances of existence almost infinitely small. Nothing in life is life. Yet every single life, every new life is a miracle.
My mommy says I'm a miracle. On the gap of face and plain to see. Ever since the day Dr. showed the umbilical cord, it's been clear that I'm here for a miracle. I keep my mommy says I'm a miracle. And I'm as shiny and as shiny as a miracle. You can be all cynical, but it's a truly miracle. It's never been a miracle, a miracle, a miracle. My mommy says I'm a lousy little worm. My daddy says I'm a bore. My mommy says I'm a jumped up little germ. That kids like me should be against the law. My daddy says I should learn to shut my pie hole. No one likes a smart-mouthed girl like me. Mum says I'm a good case for population control. Dad says I should watch more TV.
Yes, sir. That's right, sir. 155 brand new luxury cars, sir. Are they good runners? Let me put it to you this way. You would have beat them in a race. No, sir. Yes, sir. Indeed, sir. They are good runners, sir. So, how much exactly?
Harry!
Hang on.
Look at this! She's reading a book! That's not normal for a 5-year-old! I think she might be an idiot!
Listen to this. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was an age of
Stop scaring your mother with that book, boy.
I'm a girl.
And she keeps trying to tell me stories, Harry! Stories? Who wants stories? I mean, it's not normal for a girl to be all pinking.
You know what? I'm going to call you straight back. Would you shut up? I am trying to pull off the biggest business deal of my entire life, and I have to listen to this. It's your fault. You spend us into trouble, and you expect me to get us out. What am I, a bloody escapologist?
Escapologist, he says. And what about me then? I have a whole house to look after. Dinners don't microwave themselves, you know. Well, if you're an escapologist, then I must be an acrobat to balance that not the world's greatest acrobat. Well, I am off to bleach my roots, and I shan't be talking to you for the rest of the evening, you horrid little man.
But I'm going to make us rich.
Rich?
How rich? Very rich. Russian businessman. Very, very stupid. And your senior's husband is going to sell them 155 old Nagabenis as brand new luxury cars.
But that's not fair. The cars will break down. What about the Russians?
Fair? Fair, listen to the boy.
I'm a girl.
Fair doesn't get you anywhere, you thick-headed twit brain. All I can say is thank heavens Michael has inherited his old man's brains. Hey, son.
Michael.
Well, I shall take your money when you earn it, and I shall spend it. But I shan't enjoy it because of the despicable way in which you have spoken to me tonight.
You know what? This is your fault with your stupid books and your stupid reading.
Me? But I didn't do anything. That's not right.
Right. Right. I'll tell you something. You're off to school in a few days' time, and you were reading right there. Oh no, I know your headmistress, Agatha Trunchbull. I told her about you and all your smarty pants ideas. Great big, strong, scary woman she is, used to compete in the Olympics. Roman the hell. So imagine what she's gonna do to a horrible, squeaky little goblin like you, boy.
I'm a girl.
Now get off the bed, you bookworm.
Now,
man's hair is his greatest asset. Good hair means a good brain. Now, the secret to my success in business is... Secrets? Yes, secrets. And my secret is this. Oil of violet, hair tonic for men. Stand back, son. Your old man's gonna go to work here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a sport right there. Oh, my life of bananas. Oh, yeah. Woo. Let me tell you something, son. A man in business simply cannot fail to be noticed when he looks like this. It's green! Good Lord, woman, have you started already? It's not even 8:30. My hair's green! Why not did you do that? Or why do you want green hair? Well, I don't want green hair. I didn't do anything.
Maybe you used some of Mummy's peroxide by mistake.
That's exactly what you've done, you stupid man.
Oh, my hair, my beautiful hair. I've got my business deal today. The Russians. What am I going to do?
I know what you could do.
What is it? What can I do?
You could pretend you're an elf.
That's it. I could pretend I'm a... What are you talking about, fool? The boys are loony.
Mum, do you want to hear a story?
Don't be disgusting. Now, go and creep back to that library of yours or something. The sooner you're locked up in school, the better.
Matilda, what a pleasure to see you.
You're in the library again, are we?
Yes. I mean, my mum wants me to stay home with her. She hates it when I go out. She misses me so much. Dad too. He loves having me around. But I think it's good for grown-ups to have their own space. Matilda, your parents must be so proud to have a girl as clever as you. And you tell them lots of stories like you do with me. Oh, I just love your stories, Matilda. And that's not a hint, by the way, but if you did happen to have a story you wanted to tell me. Goodbye, Mrs. Phelps. See you next week. Goodbye, honey, and good luck with the Tolstoy. As I was saying, Matilda, I'm not hinting, but if you did happen to have a story you wanted to tell me, I could. What's that lady? That lady? Oh, that was Miss Honey. She's going to be your teacher. That lady? That lady is my... Yes, your teacher. Now look, are you going to tell me the story? Or not? Once upon a time... Goody! Once upon a time, great seven golden
heaps of effort, you're just wasting energy. 'Cause your life, as you know, it is ancient history. I have suffered in this jail. I've been trapped inside this cage for ages. This living hell. But if I try, I can remember that before my life had ended, my happy days were over. I first heard the healing of the well. I knew I was curious, so this is what I asked 1,000 questions. But unless you want to suffer, listen up and I will teach you a thing or two. You disappear, my theory will be punished as severely if you step out of line, and if you try it, you'll be done. You should stay out of trouble, and remember to be extremely careful.
Why? Did you hear what we said?
Just you wait for me, said. What's this ed? Physical education. It's the trench school speciality.
My mommy says I'm a miracle. My daddy said I would be the teacher's pet. It's really fun, according to my mum. Dad said I would be alphabet.
Oh, yeah, you have to listen, kid. If you're able to survive this mess by being a prince or a princess, you'll soon see there's no escaping tragedy. And even if you put in heaps of effort, you're just wasting energy. 'Cause your life, as you know, is ancient history. I have suffered in this jail. I'm trapped inside this cage for ages. This living hell. But if I try, I can remember back before my life had ended. My happy days were over. Before I first heard the healing of the bell. Like you always curious. So listen to ask 1,000 questions. But unless you want to suffer, listen up and I will teach you. I'll give it to you. You listen here. I'm taking you with promise of something that if you step out of line and if you try and hurry, someone you should say out of trouble and remember to be extremely careful. Why?
Why? Didn't you hear what we just said?
Just you wait for me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y? Why? Just you wait for me.
Good morning, children. My name is Miss Penny, and today is a very special day, the first day at school. Now, do any of you know any of your 2 times tables? Wonderful. Matilda, isn't it? Please stand and do as much as you can.
1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8, 5 times 2 is 10, 6 times 2 is 12, 7 times 2 is 14, 8 times 2 is 16, 9 times 2 is 18, 10 times 2 is 20, 11 times 2 is 22, 12 times 2 is
Oh my
24,
word, that is very...
13 times 2 is 26, 14 times 2 is 28, 15 times 2 is 30, 16 times 2...
Stop. Good heavens, how far can you go?
I don't know. Quite a long way, I think.
Do you think you could tell me what 2 times 28 is?
56.
Yes. That's very... How about this? Now this is much harder, so don't worry if you don't get it. But 2 times 487. If you took your time, do you think you could...
974.
12 sevens?
84.
Jesus
Well, let's leave math for the time being and look at reading. Can anyone read this?
This can read. This I can read.
Very well, Nigel. I think we better leave it there, Nigel. We don't want you to burst a blood vessel on your first day at school. Lavender?
Is the first word tomato?
a very good word.
Yes,
Matilda.
I can now read words.
So, Matilda, you can read words.
Yes. Well, I needed to learn how to read words so that I could read sentences. Because a sentence is basically just a big bunch of words. And if you can't read sentences, you've got no chance with books.
And have you read a whole book yourself, Matilda?
Yes, more than one. I love books. Last week I read quite a few.
A few? In a week? My, that is good. What books did you read?
Nicholas Nickleby, Oliver Twist, Jane Eyre, Tesla D'Urbervilles, Lord of the Rings, Kim, The Invisible Man, The Secret Garden, Crime and Punishment, and Sigurd the Dove.
Knock on the door, Jane. Knock on the door. You're to be pathetic. Knock on the door, Jane. There's nothing to fear. You're being pathetic. It's just a door. You've seen one before. Just knock on the door. What you trying to hide, silly? Standing outside the principal's office like a little girl. It's just pathetic. Look at you hesitating, hands shaking. You're embarrassed. You're not a little girl. It's just pathetic. Knock on the door, Jenny. What are you looking for? Just knock on the door. Perhaps I'll wait. She's probably having a meeting or something and won't want to be interrupted. If anything, caution in this situation, a sensible one should avoid confrontation where possible. I'll come back later then. But this little girl, this miracle. Knock on the door, Jane. Knock on the door. Don't be pathetic. Enter.
Well, then just stand like a wet tissue, get on with it.
Yes, Mr. Treasurer. Yes. In my class that is, there's a little girl called Matilda Wormwood.
A daughter of Mr. Harry Wormwood, owner of Wormwood Motors. Excellent man. Told me to watch out for the brats, though, such as a real wart.
I know, headmistress. I don't think Matilda's that kind of child at all.
What is the school motto, Miss Honey?
Mama Martin is 92.
Margaret Nottingham is 92. Children are maggots. In fact, it must have been held up with that stick bomb on my desk this morning. I'll have it for that. Thank you for suggesting it.
But I didn't. Mr. Treasurer, Matilda Wormwood is a genius.
Nonsense! Haven't I just told you she's a gangster?
She knows her timetable.
So she knows a few tricks.
So she can read.
So can I.
I have to tell you, headmistress, that in my opinion, this little girl should be placed in the top form with the 11-year-olds.
What? But she is a squib, a shrimp, an unhatched tadpole. We cannot just place her with the 11-year-olds. What kind of society would that be? What about rules, honey, rules?
I believe that Matilda Wormwood is an exception to the rules.
An exception to the rules in my school. Look at these trophies. See how these trophies gleam. Besides, see how they shine. What do you think it's took to become English Hammer? Champion 1969. Do you think in that moment when my big moments came that I treated the rules with casualty to say, well, like hell! As I stepped up to the circle, I changed my plan. What? As I chopped up my palms? Did I wave my hands? I did not. As I started to sleep, did I look at the view? Did I drift or dream for a minute or two? Did I follow in my rotation? Did I follow my intended elevation? As the hammer took off, did I change my world from the garage I had cracked? Was it short? Did I stray from my plot? Not a detail of my throne was adjusted or forgotten. Not even when the hammer left my hands and sailed up high above the stand. Did I let myself go? No. If you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time. And if you want to make the team, don't need happiness or self-esteem. You just need to keep your feet inside the line. See, children? 2, 3, 4. If you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time. And if you want to teach success, you don't need to soothe your tenderness. You have to force the little squirts to toe the line. Sing, Jenny! 2, 3, 4. If you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time. Stay. I find just one simple rule to have a great life at school. Life's a ball, so learn to throw it. Find the volley line and turn it. And always keep your feet inside the line. Now get out!
I must tell you, Head Mistress, that it is my intention to help this little girl, whether you like it or not.
Stupid, nasty, stinking, slimy, great big question asking. How dare they speak to me like that? Who the hell do they think they are? Flipping, filthy, nasty, stupid Russians.
Oh, don't tell me we're not rich.
It was the mileage. They took one look at the mileage and said these cars were knackered. I tried to tell them. I said that the reason the mileage is so high is a manufacturing mistake.
Is that true?
Of course it's not true.
So you lied.
Of course I lied.
And they didn't believe you?
Of course they didn't believe me. I've got green hair.
I've got hair.
Hey, what's this? Another flaming book? What's wrong with the telly?
She's got no respect, that one. It's all books and stories. No, it's a lovely book. You should read it, I'm sure you.
Lovely? Let me tell you what I think of your lovely.
No, it's from the library. It's a library book. You show the little brat.
You know what? Now, get out of here, stinkworm.
Do we have any super glue?
In the cupboard. Oh, and while you're at it, why don't you stick that stupid book to your stupid head?
Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it
down, kid. You're finished.
Once Agatha Trunchbull decides you're guilty, you're squished.
Yesterday, she caught Julius Rotwinkle eating a licorice all sort during science. She just picked him up, swung him around, and threw him out of the window!
Don't listen to them. That didn't happen. They're just trying to scare us.
Oh, Matilda, they're saying you're gonna put me in choking!
What's choking?
They say it's a cupboard in her office that she throws children into. They say she's lined it with nails and spikes and bits of broken glass.
There's a place you are sent if you haven't been good, and it's made of spikes and wood, and it isn't wide enough to sit. And even if you could, there are nails on the bottom through which you turn when the hinges creak and the door is closed. You cannot see spot, not the end of your bed, and then you scream. You don't know if the sound came out or if the scream in your head even reached your mouth.
All right. Look, when did this happen?
20 minutes ago. But why? Oh no, she's coming!
You better hide. Quick, swell!
Don't tell her where I am, Matilda. She'll
Now!
You! Where's this maggot known as Nigel?
He's over there. Under those coats. Where he's been for the last hour, actually.
What? An hour?
Oh, yes. You see, unfortunately, Nigel suffers from the rare chronic sleep disorder, narcolepsy. The condition is characterized by the sufferer experiencing bouts of chronic fatigue and falling suddenly asleep, often without any warning at all. You see, he fell asleep, so we put him under the coats for safety, didn't we? Didn't we?
Narcolepsy.
He'll probably think he's in bed when he wakes up.
Is it time for school yet, Mum? Hello? What am I doing here? Well, this isn't my bedroom at all. Oh! Hello, Miss Trunchbull.
A magic ring. Yes, Miss Trunchbull?
What have I told you about wearing pigtails?
I hate pigtails. But my mommy loves them. She says they make you look pretty.
Well then, your mother is a twit!
Look out! She's coming into land!
Here she comes!
You!
What is your name?
It's Hilda. It's Hilda Weber.
Oh, so you're Wormwood. I might have known. Well, Matilda Wormwood, you have just made a very big mistake!
Just so you all know, she's my best friend.
Brand new stock, sir. Yes, sir. Completely different car, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye, sir. Doos-ba-doo-dah.
Now that is how you do. What the? I think I'm going to leave this on. It looks like rain.
Hello. My name is Miss Honey, Matilda's teacher.
Well, I'm a bit busy right now.
It will only take a moment.
Well, come in if you must. Oh, this is Rudolpho. Oh, it's nothing like that. He's Madame's partner. Whatever her say.
Ciao.
Ah, parli italiano. Bene, ciao Rodolfo. Piacere. Come stai?
What? Who is this babe? You don't interrupt me my energy now.
What do you want, Miss Chutney?
Miss Honey. Well, as you know, Matilda's in the bottom class, and children in the bottom class aren't really expected to read.
Well, then stop reading then. Oh, no, sweet tried. I'm in the zone, doll. I can feel it in my hips. Don't waste this.
I'm not in favour of girls getting old. Clever pants, Miss Hussey. A girl should think about makeup and hair dye. Looks are more important than books. Okay, now, look at you. Look at me. You chose books. I chose looks.
Beg your pardon?
Oh, I'm on fire here, babe. Please.
But Matilda can calculate complicated figures in her head in an instant.
Calculate this.
Fantastic!
Her mind is incredible. With a little help from us, she could...
Mine? Her mind? You really don't know anything, do you? Somewhere along the way, my dear, you made an awful error. You ought to blame yourself now. Come along. You seem to think that people would tackle them. It's very quaint, it's very sweet, but wrong. People don't like smarty pants what go round, claiming that we know stuff we don't know. That is the thing. What you know matters less than the volume with which what you don't know is expressed. Content has never been less important. So you have got to be.
So long and you don't know it with a bit of love.
The less you have to sell, the harder to sell it. The less you have to sell it.
But now you're dead.
The bigger the love, the much the less you have to show. The louder you press it, the louder it out. The louder it out, and me now. You're running it.
suddenly strode into the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the burning woman, howling through the air, with dynamite in her hand. Sharks and spiky objects, caught by the hand holding the page, has been cancelled.
No! Yes, the audience got so loud that a passing aeroplane caught it on its instrumentation and reported it as an atmospheric phenomenon.
Cancelled because my wife is pregnant.
Absolute silence. You could have heard a fly thud. Then suddenly the audience jumped to its feet and hurled in appreciation. Hooray! Great speech was instantly published. The applause went on for nearly an hour. When all had quieted down, she stepped forward to produce a contract. A contract you have signed to perform this feat, and perform this feat you shall. No. I have paid for the posters, the publicity, the catering, the toilet facilities. I have provided money back. Where is my profit? A contract is a contract is a contract. My hands on the child. The burning woman, hurled through the air, with dynamite in her head. And sharks and spiky objects, caught by the man locked in the cage, will be performed, and all is day on. On to prison you must go. No! Well, what happened next? I don't know yet. I'll tell you tomorrow. What? But I don't know if my nose will make it until tomorrow. Oh, Mrs. Phelps, are you crying? Maybe I shouldn't tell you anymore. Oh, no, Matilda. We must find out how it ends. I'm not crying because it's sad. It's just they want that child so very much. It must be wonderful for a child to be so wanted. Yes, wonderful. Goodbye, Mr. Phelps.
Matilda, could I speak to you, please? I'm afraid I have not been too successful in getting others to recognize your abilities. So from tomorrow, I shall bring a selection of very clever books at the time of mine. You may sit and read them while I teach the others, and if you have any questions, well, I shall do my best to answer them. How does that sound?
Oh, Matilda? Well, that is the biggest hug in the world. You're going to talk all the air out to me.
Matilda Wagwood! Matilda Wagwood! Where is the yes, Miss Trunchbull? Aha! So you admit it, do you? Admit what, Miss Trunchbull? This clot, this foul carbuncle, is none other than a disgusting criminal, a destiny of the underworld, a member of the mafia. This morning, you sneaked like a serpent into the kitchen and stole a piece of my private chocolate cake from my tea tray. No, I did not.
Mrs. Trunchbull, Matilda's been in here all morning.
Standing up to the spitball now, are you? Well, this crime took place before school started. Therefore, she is guilty! Okay, look. All right. I stole the cake. And honestly, I was really, sort of, definitely, almost thinking about owning up.
my belly. You see, the Trunchbull's cake was so good that I'd scoffed it down too quickly. And now, it was beginning to fight back. See?
But I'm not guilty. I didn't do anything.
You are guilty. You're a cook. You're a fiend. You're a thief. I shall crush you. I shall pound you. I shall consign you to this own sack of hell. You shall be destroyed. It was the biggest burp I had ever done. It was the biggest burp I had ever heard. It was the biggest burp I had ever heard about. It was like the whole world went silent for that burp to exist as a huge cloud of chocolatey gas wafted from my mouth and drifted across the clouds. Past Lavender, past Alice, past Matilda, and then my great, big, beautiful, chocolatey bird, which now seemed to have a mind of its own, wafted full into the face of the Trunchbull. Bruce Trotter. Yes, miss? You liked my cake, didn't you, Bruce? Yes, Miss Trunchbull, and I'm very sorry. No. As long as you liked it. That's the main thing. It is? Yes, Lord Trotter. It is. Oh. Well then, I did. Thank you. Wonderful. Marvelous. I'm so happy. That gives me a warm glow in my lower intestine. Oh, God! What's the matter, Lord Trotter? Lost your appetite? Yes, I'm full. No, you're not. So I said you're full. I said you're not full until I've eaten the entire cake. But, no buts. You haven't got time for buts. Eat! But I can't eat at all. This should be sick. He should have gone around that boy made a packet sick and decided to eat my cake. Eat!
He can't.
Eat! You surely can't.
Eat! Eat! A single slice, or even two, Bruce. Might have been nice, but even you, Bruce, have to admit, between you and it, there's not a lot of difference in size.
It's all right, Jen. We all get carried away sometimes. Even me. Well done, Matilda. Good show. Well, come along, Bob Trotter. What? Where? Oh, did I forget to mention? As was in all of your punishment, there's a second part, and that second part is Jackie! What?
No, Mrs. Trotwood, please, you can't.
Yes, Mrs. Trotter, please, you can! Did you really think that I would be bested by these maggots? Did you think I am something? Are we? An idiot, a fool? You!
But he's eaten it all. He did what you asked.
I did. I ate it all. I ate a lot. I did. No, but don't make me joking. No, not that. No, please. No, not that. No, no. That's not right.
I would like to offer an apology for some of the things going on here tonight. They are not nice things, and they are not right things. And I would like to state, janitorically, that we do not want any children that may be here tonight to go home and try these things out for themselves. And I am, of course, talking about reading books. It is normal for kids to behave in this fashion, but it stunts the brain, wears out the eyes, makes kids ugly, fatty, sweaty, betty, boring patches, and crucially, gives them baruches of the mind. Under no circumstances do we condone such behavior, and we do so utterly without reservoirs. Now, can I just ask, show of hands, how many people here have read a book? You, ma'am, in the back, what's your name? You. What's that? Well, Jackie, don't take this the wrong way, but bookworm, stupid little bookworm. Reading all the books like a stupid little bookworm. Worms read books, you read books. Worms are stupid. You're a swarm. There. Now, that'll teach Jackie a lesson. Won't stop her from reading books, but she'll never raise her hand in the theater again. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present to you tonight the pinnacle of our achievements as a species. The very reason we even evolved out of unicorns in the first place. Somewhere on a show, I heard that a picture tells 1,000 words. So, Shelley, if you bother to take a look, it's the equivalent of, like, lots of books. Oh, I let from Shelley this big beautiful box of facts. If you know a thing already, now use the channel just like that. Endless joy and endless laughter, folks living happily ever after. All you need to make you wise is 23 minutes plus advertising. Why would we waste our energy turning the pages 1, 2, 3? We can sit comfortably on a lovely company, watch people singing and talking and doing stuff. Oh, I know I learned from Sally. The bigger the telly, the smarter the man. You can tell from my big selling. The better I am. Take it away, son. You can't learn that from a stupid book. Oh, I know I learned from Sally what to think and what to buy. And I was pretty smart already, but now I'm really smart, very smart. Endless content, endless channel, endless chat on endless panel. All you need is a build your mind. Well, how do you really think you're done? Why would we waste our energy trying to work out who this is? My big self, dig how clever and better I am. Who the Dickens is Charles Dickens? Mary Shelley must be Captain Smell. Charlotte Bronte, you not Monty. Jane Austen, you not Boston. We don't have voice. You like spewing. You in the basement. William Shakespeare. Moby Dick. Hey, easy, Grandma. All together now. Is it just me, or am I amazing?
Hello, I'm Lavender, by the way, Matilda's best friend. And there's a bit coming up that's all about me. Well, not exactly about me, but I play a big part in it. But I'm not going to say what happens because I don't want to spoil it for you. Alright, look. What I do is I volunteer to get the transport a jug of water. And then... No, I will not say any more because I don't want to ruin it. Well, on the way back, I'll find a newt. A newt is like a really ugly lizard that lives in water. So I pick it up and... No! I will not say any more! I'm going to put a newt into the transport's jug. It's going to be brilliant! my love, she said, kissing me with the gentlest of kisses. Smile, we have done this 1,000 times. But then, she hugged him with the biggest hug in the world, so hard that he felt she would have all the air out of him. And so they prepared themselves for the most dangerous feat that had ever been performed. Great escapologists had to escape from the cage, lean out, catch his weapon with one arm, grab a fire extinguisher with the other, and put out the flames with a specially designed dress within 12 seconds before the flames reached the dynamite and blew his wife's head off!
Sorry. Go on!
The trick started well. The moment the specially designed dress was set alight, the acrobats swung into the air. The crowd held their breath as she hurled over the sharps and spiky objects. 1 second, 2 seconds. They watched as the flames crept up the dress. 3 seconds, 4 seconds. She began to reach her arms out towards the cage. 5 seconds, 6 seconds. Suddenly, the padlock pinged open and the great chains fell away. 7 seconds, 8 seconds. The anthropologist reached out one huge muscled arm to his wife and the child. 9 seconds, 10 seconds. 11 seconds. He grabbed her hand and suddenly the flames had covered the floor and they could well bring them to pieces. Hooray! Come on!
So the story does have a happy ending after all. No. No. No.
Maybe it was the thought of their child. Maybe it was nerves. The anthropologist used just a touch too much foam, and suddenly the hands became slippery, and she fell.
No! Was she okay? Did she survive?
She broke every bone in her body, except for the ones at the end of her little fingers. She did manage to live long enough to have the child, but the effort was too great. Love a little girl, she said. Love her with all your heart. She's all we ever wanted.
She is everything.
And then she died. And then things got worse.
What? Worse? Now, Matilda, things can't possibly get worse.
I'm afraid they did. Because you see, the anthropologist was so kind that he never for 1 second blamed the evil sister for what happened. In fact, he asked them to move in and help look after his daughter. She was nothing but cruel to the little girl, making her wash and iron and cook and clean and beating her if she did a thing wrong. But always in secret, so that the anthropologist never suspected a thing. So the little girl grew up with the meanest, cruelest, most horriblest aunt you could possibly imagine!
Let's call the police!
Mrs. Phelps, it's just a story.
What? Oh, yes, of course. Oh, Matilda, you are just so smart. Your parents must have think they won the lottery, having a child like you.
Oh, yeah. They're always saying that, in fact. They're always saying, Matilda, you're so lucky to have a daughter like you. You're like winning the lottery. Yeah, that's right.
I'm so clever, I'm so clever, I'm so very, 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 very clever. I'm so very flaming clever, very clever fella I am. Molly, you. What? Whoa! you, boy.
I'm a girl.
155 or knackered bedded on my hand, or polished up. But the mileage on the clocks, telling the truth, each one was knackered. So, how could I possibly make the mileage go back? Well, I couldn't very well drive each one backwards, could I?
Backwards.
Suddenly, I had the most genius idea in the world. So I ran into the workshop, grabbed a drill, and using my genius mind, I attached the drill to the speedometer of the first car and whacked it into reverse.
Backwards.
Yes, boy, backwards. Backwards exactly. A drill's motor whirls backwards, thousands of times a second. And within a few minutes, I had the mileage on that rust bucket to practically nothing. And I did it to every single car.
Backwards.
Stop talking now, darling. That's a good boy.
10 minutes later, the Russians showed up. Great big scary faced apes, big expensive suits, dark glasses. I don't know who they thought they were.
Russians are nocturnal. I saw in the program last night.
Badgers. That was a program about badgers.
Same thing. And didn't work. Oh, fantastico! Now I can afford Rodolfo all day long.
But you've cheated them. They trusted you and you've cheated them.
What is the matter with you? What have we done to deserve a child like you?
You know what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going to go down to the library and tell that old bag who will never to be let in again.
No, please don't.
And if she does, I'll have her fired. And you'll never read another stinking book for as long as you live. And I'll put an end to you and your storytelling, young man. Now get in there and stay in there, you nasty little creep.
At night, the psychologist's daughter cried herself to sleep alone in her room. She never said a single word about the evil aunt's bullying, as she didn't want to cause a fuss. So she suffered in silence. This only encouraged the woman to greater cruelties, until one day she exploded. You are a useless, filthy, nasty little creep! She beat her, threw her to a dead, dark, dusty cellar, locked the door, and went out. That day, the psychologist happened to come home early, and when he heard the sound of his daughter's tears, he smashed the door open. Have I been so wrapped up in my grief for my wife that I've forgotten the one thing that mattered to us most? I love you so much, my daughter. I shall spend the rest of my life thinking up to you. We shall be together forever. Don't cry, Daddy.
Toad. Sit!
It has become very clear to me, Miss Honey, that you have no idea what you're doing. You believe in kindness and fluffiness and books and stories. That is not teaching. To teach the child that we must not break the child. Please, Miss Honey. When I say quiet your maggots, you are entirely in that state. Where's my jug of water? I'll get it, Miss Trenchmore. Stupid girl. Look at you. Flabby, disgusting, revolting. Revolting, I say! I think it's high time we toughen you up with a bit of phys ed. This school of late has started reeking. Quiet, that's what I'm speaking! Reeking with a most disturbing scent. Only the finest nostrils smelled. But I want own to know. It's the odor of rebellion. It's the bouquet of dissent. And you may bet your bridges this mistress finds his found a depressness, holy, oratory, insulting. So to stop the same slave, I find a section on his head. Sort, merely rank from the revolting. The smell of rebellion comes out in spots, and his head will get sweaty, and it won't be long before I smell the palm of aging and of betting. A bit of his head telos has a handful of rebellious thoughts. Home, home, it's like a rotten egg, but at the top of a bucket of water. The smell of the one, the stench of the great, the wrong of insubordination, the all one, the charm of dissent, the funk of mutiny in action. I can't stay before our greed becomes complete and greedy. You really need to get in the bud position too. Before the worm starts to turn, you must scrape off the dirt and rip it from the mud. A whiff of uncertainty, of intelligence, stench, of previous protest. The fun of defiance, behavioral, wonder to break the fun of anarchy and progress. Please, miss, please, once we've exercised this team, they shall be to some double time discipline should stop the rot from setting in. All right, let's step it up. Double time. 1, 2, 3, 4.
imagine us just dream. Imagine, come on, try it. The peace and the quiet, the bubbling stream. Imagine woods, cottage, and inside that cottage we find a dwarf called Zeke, a carnival freak who can fold paper hats with his mind, and he says, "Don't let them steal your horses. Don't let them throw them away. No, no, no. Follow me. And we wait till
She's mad.
aha! And then, just like I said, the singing man rears his head. Leave the squirmiest hideousness, get harm seeds of sickness. Have you ever seen anything more repellent? Have you ever smelled anything worse than the smell of the dead? The stench of living, discipline and what?
Look, the knee! Can you see? It's the knee! I've got the knee! This is the knee! Look, I'm going to put the knee into the trunk.
Quiet! I don't think this is teaching at all. I think it's just cruelty. That is because, Miss Honey, you're pathetic. You are weak. You are wet. You are a slimy little newt.
What is it? Oh, it's disgusting. It's a snake.
Watch out, it's trouble. It's going to bite.
I bet it's poisonous.
Oh, children, please. You.
What? Me? No, no, no. How did it?
You did this. You vile sinner.
Oh, stop.
Oh, stop. Why are we just getting started?
Ow.
Mrs. Trunchbull, don't. Please, your boy's ears off.
Miss Honey, I have found that through many years of experimentation, little boys' ears do not actually come off, they stretch. In fact, I can hear this one stretching right now.
Trunchbull, no.
Stop, stop.
Leave him alone, you big fat bully!
How dare you? Not fit to be in a school. You ought to be put in prison. The deepest, darkest, thickest prison. I shall. Will you ought? I will try and put the muzzle over your mouth. I shall crush you. I shall pound you. I shall dissect you, madam. I shall strap into a table and perform experiments on you. These facts will suffer appalling iniquities because of you. Yes, you. Have you
silent, but not really silent. Just that nice kind of quiet, like the sound when you lie upside down in your bed. Just the sound of your heart in your head. And though the people around me, their mouths are still moving, the words they are forming cannot reach me anymore. And it is quiet, and I am warm, like I've sailed into the eye of the storm. Go on, tip over. Come on, you can do it. Come on, tip. Tip over, come on. Come on, tip over. Please tip over. Miserable collection of excuses for children. And you, standing there like the scrimpable squibs, I'm just beating heart. But I shall tell you, there is nothing I shall not do. No length I shall not go, no punishment I shall not inflict, no ear I shall not call, no finger I shall not. What is that? Get off me! Cannot. I've got a newt in my knickers. I've got a newt in my knickers. I've got a newt in my
That's interesting. I think we'd all better go home while we still can. Matilda. Watch. Matilda, I think you would be wise to go before.
Watch, please. Come on, tip over, come on. Come on, tip. Come on. I moved it with my eyes. Am I strange? How do you fancy a nice cup of tea? What do you think it is? This thing with my eyes.
I can't pretend that I know, Matilda, but I don't believe you should be frightened of it. I think it's something to do with that incredible mind of yours.
You mean there's no room in my head for all my brains? So they have to squish out through my eyes?
Well, not exactly, but yes, something like that. You certainly are a special girl, Matilda. I met your mother. She's unusual. What about your father? Is he proud to have a daughter as clever as you?
Oh, yeah. He's very proud. He's very, very, very proud. He's always saying that, in fact, he's always saying, Matilda, we're so proud to have a daughter like. That's not true, Miss Honey. That's not what he says. He's not proud at all. He calls me a liar and a cheat and a nasty little creep.
I see. Here we are. Home sweet home.
Are you poor?
Yes. Yes, I am. Very.
Don't they pay teachers very much?
Well, I don't actually, but I'm even poorer than most because of other reasons. You see, I used to live with my aunt. But one day, I was out walking and I came across this old shed. I I fell completely in love with it. I ran to the farmer and begged him to let me move in. He thought I was mad, but he agreed, and I've lived here ever since.
But, Miss Honey, you can't live in a shed.
I'm not strong like you, Matilda. You see, my father died when I was young. Magnus was his name. He was very kind. But when he was gone, my aunt became my legal guardian. She was mean and cruel like you could hardly imagine. And then, when I got to my job as a teacher, she presented me with a bill for looking after me all those years. She'd written everything down, every tea bag, every electricity bill, every tin of beans. And she made me sign a contract to pay her back every penny. She even produced a document that said my father had given her his entire house.
Did he really do that? Magnus, I mean. Did he really just give her his house?
I don't know, but I find it hard to believe. Just like I cannot believe that he would have killed himself, which is what she said happened.
You think she did him in, don't you, Miss Honey?
I cannot say, Matilda. All I know is that years of being bullied by that woman made me, well, pathetic. I was trapped.
That's why you live here.
This room keeps me dry when the rain falls. This door helps to keep the cold at bay. On this floor I can stand on my own 2 feet. On this chair I can write my lessons. On this pillow I can dream my nights away. And this table, as you can see, well, it's perfect for tea. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. It isn't much, but it is enough.
But, Miss Honey, she's got your house. She's got everything that's yours.
On these walls I hang wonderful pictures. Through this window I can watch the seasons change. By this lamp I can breathe. And I am set free. And when it's cold outside, I feel no fear. Even in the winter storms, I am warmed by this small stubborn fire. There is nowhere I would rather be. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. For this is my house. This is my house. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. This is my house. This is my house. It isn't much, but it is enough. And when it's cold and bleak, I feel no fear. Even in the fiercest storms, I am warmed by this small stubborn fire. Even when outside it's freezing, I don't pay much heed. I know
What is going
moment belonged to the evil aunt, one Agatha Trunchbull. She moved in immediately, and she was very happy, happier than she had ever been in her entire life.
As for Miss Trunchbull, she was never seen again, and the Chokies were immediately destroyed, and a new headmistress took over.
And her name was Miss Honey, and it was often said it was the best school in all the land.
Do you know something else? Matilda was never again able to move things with her eyes. I thought perhaps it was because her mind was being challenged. She said it was because she no longer had a need for superpowers. But sometimes, I would look at Matilda, this little girl who had done so much to help others, but who was still with parents who were mean and cruel and called her names, and I would feel my blood boil. And I wish that they could just do something.
So, this is the end. And I wish so much that I could tell you that the story has a happy ending. I wish so much I could tell you Matilda got the love she deserved.
But perhaps the truth is, not all stories have a happy ending.
Don't say that, Goldwing. We're going to Spain.
Spain? But why?
Because this idiot, this nit, this twit brain seemed to think it was a good idea to sell 155 old bangers to the Russian mafia.
Well, I didn't know they were the flaming Russian mafia, did I? Now, come on, boy. We're leaving this place and we're never coming back.
Let's Matilda stay here with me.
I beg your pardon?
Mr. Roman, I would love to take Matilda, if she would like to stay with me that is. I would look after her with love and care and respect, and I'd pay for everything. Would you like that, Matilda?
You mean leave our daughter here with you?
What did you say? Did you just call
They'll be here any minute.
You just called me a daughter.
They're here, you idiots! I told you.
Hide in the box.
God, what have they damaged my legs? My beautiful legs!
Get down, get down.
You are the Wormwood's daughter?
Yes,
Where's your father?
he's... I don't know.
The Wormwood is a stupid man. Being stupid, you should die stupid too. And that's a very, very stupid and rude thing to do.
Yes, well, I'm afraid that my father's quite rude and very, very stupid.
You know these? At least there's one clever one in the family. What is your name, girl?
Matilda,
I like you, Matilda. You seem smart. Sadly, in my line of work, I don't often get to meet smart people like you. Most of the people I deal with, their thinking is a little backwards. Jednocześnie fakturę, tacy. Да, приятно познакомиться с такой дочкой.
спасибо. Мне тоже приятно познакомиться с вами.
Ты говоришь, говоришь?
Не так хорошо, как бы мне хотелось. И так красивый язык. Я буду стараться изучать его дальше.
Matilda, who taught you to speak English?
Well, I taught myself, I suppose. I was reading Dostoevsky, and I thought it would be better to read it in the language it was written.
I am sick. It's truly an opportunity to meet you, not the other one. Matilda, your father has been very stupid and rude to both of us here. I can very easily help my friends teach him manners. when it leaves hospital, it will still be stupid, but not so rude, I think. This is a gift to you. What do you say?
Mr. Sergey, this is a very tempting offer, but he is my father, and I am his daughter. I think I've had enough revenge.
This little girl, this miracle, No! Stop it, idiot!
Я думал, вышли за меда.
Я точно думал, сказал да.
Down! Yes, it's not but get down! It's nothing to this!
Извините, господин. Извините.
Matilda, your father is very, very stupid. He is also very, very, very. Now, he was his fault. No, if I ever see him doing business here again. He will not be so lucky.
Quick, let's get out of here before they change their minds.
But what about the girl? Do you want to stay here with Miss Honey?
Yes, yes, I do.
And you want to look after her?
I do.
Well, I guess we are a bit short on space, so yes.
Thank you.
And Matilda leapt into Miss Honey's arms,
And hugged her.
Miss Honey hugged her back.